What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Black Apino the Apple Guy, and today I'm going to talk about some accessories that you can use on the Sony ZV-1. Now I just bought this about 2 weeks ago. I did an unboxing of this camera, which I'll have in the link in the cards above if you want to watch that video. And I haven't had a chance to actually really use it a lot because I live in Alaska and it's been kind of cold the last couple of days and it's been snowing, so this isn't really weather sealed, so I can't really use it outside in terms of just kind of getting a feel for what it looks like outside. But I did manage to do a little bit of some kind of messing around with it. I'll have a full review on this in a later video, so stay tuned for that. But I actually bought this as a creator kit. So in turn, that just means that I bought this along with the Sony wireless remote control grip with it for about $800. But the camera on its own as a standalone is about $700. So say you want to buy this camera, but you don't want to spend $800 for the combo set. I'm actually going to show you some accessories that you can use for this, as well as some other accessories that you should also think about getting when it comes to wanting to maximize the potential of this Sony ZV-1 camera. The first accessory I'll be talking about is the creator grip, or the Sony wireless grip that actually came with the camera. This on a standalone by itself, if you buy this, it's about $150. Again, if you buy it as a creator kit, it's about $800. So it depends on which way you want to buy it. If you want to buy just the camera alone, or do you want to buy the creator kit? So the first thing I really want to talk about when it comes to this is how easy this thing is to use. When I first actually got it, which is kind of hilarious, when you first get the camera and the stand is kind of like in a kind of sideways locked position. So normally with pretty much all types of tripods, if they have any type of like ball head or something like that, you simply can just lift it up and then kind of lock it in place. But with this, honestly, it took me a bit to figure it out. And then when I looked up at a YouTube video on how to actually use this, it was kind of funny. So the button on the left side, which is this button right here, you simply just press that in and that lifts that up, and then it kind of allows you to kind of put the head in various angles when you have your camera mounted. So if you wanted to do any type of self vlog, you simply can just push the button in, angle it, and then you can have it pointed at you. Or if you have it in a tabletop and on table desktop type situation, again, you can just simply just fold out the tripod just like that. Then you just again push the button on the left and you can angle the camera pretty much in any way that you want. Now, it did take me about 20 minutes to actually figure that out, which is kind of hilarious because once I watched the videos, it's like, oh, damn. So that is one thing that you'll probably have to figured I would mention just in case, because I know there's probably been a few people who bought this, couldn't figure out how to kind of move this, and obviously it's a $150 piece of equipment. You just want to just sit there and just kind of yank it up, and then you kind of destroy the motor, or you destroy whatever the locking mechanism is for this to kind of keep it in place. So you want to, make sure not to do that. You simply just adjust it with the button right there on the left side. Now, some of the cool features that this has is, before I mention that it is Bluetooth paired. So when you're not using the tripod and any kind of vlogging potential, such as having a camera mounted to it, you can use it as a wireless remote. Now, by default, it's actually in the lock mode, which is, as you can see right here, the slide is facing kind of slightly up. That is the lock mode. When you slide it over, you hear a little clicking sound. That means it's in the unlock position, which means that all of the functions that you see on here, the middle one being the angle, wide angle zooms in, wide zooms out. You've got your photo button, so say you want to take a photo of something, you simply snap on that, automatically takes a photo. Or if you want to record, you simply just tap on the red and that's your record button. And then on the side here, this is your custom button. So with the camera, you can actually customize the two buttons, one on the stand itself and then one on the camera itself, and whatever you customize it with, if you want to use that, you simply just tap on this and it automatically goes to the custom feature or the customized button that you have assigned to that. It's actually pretty cool. I have not really used it yet. I haven't really customized my camera, as I haven't really had a chance to kind of mess around with it a lot. So to attach the camera to this, it's pretty simple. And again, like I said before, when you have a tripod, you have a camera, at least for me, I'm used to just kind of sticking it in a thread, and then just kind of twisting the tripod, which is just normal for me. Actually, this little piece right here in the center that I'm rolling my finger on, this piece right here, you simply just take your camera, stick it on the thread, and then you just simply just twist until the camera comes on top of the head, and then there you go. And again, like I said before, if you want to angle the camera, you simply just press the button on the left side and you can simply just angle it any way you want, and that is pretty much how that works. Now again, this comes as a creator kit for about $800, and I'll have a link in the description below for that if that's something you're looking at, or if you've already got the ZV-1 but you weren't really sure on the ropes about getting one of these. I highly would recommend it. It's actually kind of cool, and I'll have a link in the description for that one as well. Now, in terms of just usability wise, if you have this on another tripod, like I have my Panasonic on my Joby tripod, say you wanted to do some type of personal vlogs, or you want to just do a product showcase or talk about something in your vlog, and you want to zoom in on yourself because you're a little bit too zoomed out, you simply would just, again, use this as a remote control and just kind of zoom in. If you want to take a photo of something and you have it on a tripod and you are doing like some type of a time lapse, or you want to do like a self timer, you simply can just press the photo and then that works. So again, this thing is very useful, but again, it is $150. It does take a CR2032 battery, which is just those kind of thin, flat type of batteries that you can pretty much just get anywhere. So that's going to be for it for the Sony wireless grip. Now, say you want a more traditional tripod, you didn't want to buy that, then I have one here. This is my Manfrotto. This usually runs about 16 to 17 bucks. I got this off of Best Buy. Actually, it was on sale for about 10 bucks. And again, this one in particular, it works in the same way as the Sony grip, except for it is not remote controlled. So you simply just take your camera and you just spin the tripod on it, and then with this, if it's not adjusted, as you can see, the camera's a little bit over, or the tripod kind of leans a little bit over, you simply press this button and you can adjust it any way you want. And again, it's locked into place once you release your finger off the button. So you could twist it like that and kind of give yourself a slightly better way of doing any type of vlogging, which is again kind of cool. And again, if you sit it down on the ground, you simply just spread the tripod legs out in a tabletop setting, and then again, the button you can kind of adjust any way you want, and then once you get into the most desired position, you just simply let go of the button and then it doesn't move. So I'll have a link in the description for this one. This is the Joby Manfrotto tripod. I use this a lot with my GoPro, and occasionally I've used it with my previous cameras before as well, so I'll have a link in the description for this one. The next accessory that I actually think you should get before getting the tripod, even if you've already got the creator kit, and that's to get the battery. Now, when you're shooting in higher resolutions, it does require more batteries. I was experimenting with my camera, and this comes with a battery, and I was shooting some 4K footage with a 64 gig SD card, which gives me about just over an hour and a half of video footage. I noticed that my battery, even at just shooting it just almost an hour, it was almost dead in terms of just like, it was like a quarter of the way full. So when shooting at higher resolutions, the battery does tend to drain off, especially with this camera having an unlimited recording time, which means that you can record until either the battery dies or you fill up your SD card. It's always good to buy the extra battery for these, and I'll have a link in the description where you can buy this. I actually had to get this from my local Best Buy because here in Alaska you can't really have batteries shipped to you because these are lithium-ion batteries, and so they just won't ship them to you. And next up would be the battery charger itself. Now, I have some kind of pros and cons on this type of battery charger. The cool thing is that, as you can see, it's got a switch here that allows you to use USB power, or if you plug it in, you simply just flip the side and then you got your plug-in. It allows you to switch this to the plug-in power. That way you're not being able to, power two batteries at the same time, which most people from the comments I've seen, they ask if you can charge both batteries at the same time. You cannot. Once you plug it in, you want to make sure it's selected to the battery charging one, which is, it'll tell you on the top, the battery charger, the battery charge. So basically, top part will say battery charged, bottom will be just plugging into USB, and then it has an indicator on what the status of the battery is. So the con I have with the Sony battery charger is that you can't really charge it via USB, which is what I thought you could do with this, because on the packaging it's a little bit deceiving. It says micro USB, so you're assuming that basically you would just plug the USB portion into this, and then take the USB portion and plug it into the USB. That's actually not the issue. What it is that you would take this piece, as you can see on the end, you take this, plug this in, and at the same time as you're charging the battery on this via in the wall, you would take this piece, plug it into the Sony camera, and then you charge this with the battery still inside. So it kind of lets you charge two things at the same time, but you would need a wall socket in order to do that. Otherwise, you would just simply charge the camera up via USB on its own. I'm not really sure why Sony just doesn't let you use the charger, with just plugging it into USB and doing it that way. So I'll have a link in the description for some other chargers that come with batteries as well that allow you to charge it via USB. It's useful in the sense of that, yes, you can plug this into a wall socket and plug it in, but in terms of traveling, say the battery on your camera is dying, well, you really don't have a way of plugging it in and charging it, because this doesn't work that way. Again, I'm not really sure why Sony, didn't allow you to do it that way, but that's just kind of Sony, so that's how that works. So again, I leave a link in the description for this charger as well as some alternatives to this. And the next and final accessory that I just got in yesterday, that is the SmallRig Cage. Now basically what this does is it's a cage that you put on the camera itself, and it allows you to add multiple devices to the cage. So say you want to use more than just on the cold shoot, you want to use more than just an external mic, you also want to use the light. Well, you really can't do that because you've only got the one cold shoe. So what this is designed to do is it's designed to attach to your camera, and it gives you more options to add more accessories to this. So you can actually add a handle grip to it, or you can add a type of battery bank to the bottom of this and kind of plug it in, giving you continuous battery power as the battery bank you can use to charge while you're recording. Or say you want to use a mic and a light at the same time, you simply would just attach the mic here, and then you would attach the light here. So I will do an unboxing of that and kind of show what I'm talking about with this, so stay tuned for that video as well. And that is pretty much everything that I'm going to have for the accessories for the Sony ZV-1. Again, I haven't really done a full review of the camera, as I've only had it for about 2 weeks. Haven't really had a chance to kind of mess around with it yet. I've been doing a little bit of trial and error with it, so stay tuned for that video when it comes up. And again, if you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, that way you don't miss content when I drop it. And that is everything. And again, I want to thank everybody for watching. My name is Black Apino, the Apple Guy, and have a great week.